Welcome to Summers Gymnasium on Bryan Lions Live. Myself, Drew Rogers, the voice of the Lions, joined with my dad, Tim Rogers. We finished out the fourth quarter of the women's game, and we are ready for the first quarter of the men's game. Dad, how are we doing? How are we looking?
Drew, we're doing great. Ought to be a good game tonight. Adjust my mic a bit there. Reinhardt's coming here into this gym tonight with a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm in the warm-up line.
Yeah.
Team that's struggled early in this year and played some better as of late, and are catching Bryan at a critical time, not 100%.
Absolutely. The big story of today's game, Josh Baher sitting on the sidelines in street clothes. He's in a polo, no less, has two quick three-pointers for Nate Jones, the guy that led the conference in three-point percentage for a time last year. And looks like Bryan is having a little difficulty with that full-court press right now, as they'll just chuck it deep. DA on the go route. Calms things down for the moment. Moore swings it back out to DA. Clear DA all the way, blocked by T. Williams, and a foul on the second effort as DA will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Nice job by Clear there. He got in a little deep, maybe even a little over his head, but he didn't quit on the play. No, got it back, and
got to shout him out there. He was about 1-on-4 for a good while there. He misses the first free throw. But let's preview this real quick.
Sure.
Bryan comes in without their leading stat getter in just about every category. They're sliding Trey Morrow into the lineup. He slides now from the 1 to the 5. Fun change for him, obviously.
Yeah.
And Reinhardt comes in the much more athletically imposing team. They definitely, especially with Josh out, physically are going to have the advantage everywhere tonight. And, you know, Nate Jones already 2 quick threes. Ian's going to have his hands full all night tonight as he'll get up another one. My goodness. Pretty decent defense. I mean, it forced him to take a sidestep shot.
I mean, when you see that leave his hands, you think we'll live with that one.
Yeah, definitely, especially if you're especially if he's going to continue to take those. But right now he's 3 of 3 with 9 points. So we'll see how he continues in the second half of the game. Williams going to steal it. You would almost guess what was going to come there. It'll be a blown opportunity by Reinhardt.
Write that possession down.
Now those are ones that you look out there and you're like, is it just not Reinhardt's night? A slip, a fall, and a blown wide open dunk. Johnson corner three, pump fakes it, takes it, and makes it after the quick roll.
And Bryan's going to need that tonight with Baher out. Second leading scorer, leading the conference in assists. He's up there in rebounds. And this is a team that Ian Johnson's really comfortable with. He had 26 at their place back in a three-point win.
Nice move from Dalen
earlier in the year. So they're going to be counting on several guys to fill a rather large gap at the 5 tonight.
Ian has seen a lot of this Eagles team. I mean, he's seen a lot of every team obviously. He's pretty old. As Regal Moore turns the ball over again, Williams off the turnover, and Coach Don Rakowski not happy, but it'll actually be Coach Justin Martin that gets the timeout. And this was something that my good friends in the coaching staff told me to look out for. Reinhardt subs 5 in, 5 out.
Oh, a little line change.
Yeah. So obviously a lot of faith in his bench.
Yeah.
They pressed the whole game, so obviously he's trying to get subs constantly in there, 5 in, 5 out. We'll see how that goes for him. I mean,
and you can tell Don Rakowski didn't like what he saw in that last play. More a little careless with the ball, and you think being down a center tonight is going to affect your ball handler, but he, like we mentioned, he's the league leader in assists. All of their action runs through Baher.
Right.
So Regal Moore is really going to have to take care of the ball and lead this team in a way that he hasn't had to do much this year.
Yeah. No, he's been a compliment, really, and now he's kind of stepping into the main show. You like Trey Morrow as a ball handler, obviously, but it's slow, methodical, and kind of why he's moved away from that backup point guard role as the year's gone on.
Yeah.
See Khalil doing what Khalil does best. Yeah. Nobody's coming in this post.
And you mentioned the line change and playing a lot of guys. I mean, Reinhardt obviously knows that they're going to go after the ball handlers here. When Josh went down at Montreat, that seemed to be their strategy as well, was to really pressure the ball and cause Bryan some problems.
We'll get the early substitution for Khalil. It'll be Cal Drake. Khalil right now the leading scorer on Bryan. This is definitely a matchup thing as he's trying to get Cal in to counteract that size that Derek Brown brings. Reinhardt's press causing all sorts of problems. The only issue with that is they gave it right back. Moore swings it to Johnson. Johnson obviously looking to fire. He will from the mid-range. It's good. Two very promising signs here early on. Johnson been out of sync, hadn't been even taking a lot of shots. He's actually matched his shot total already from the last game. Nice move there. Just patient, methodical from Brown. Drake obviously with the athleticism advantage. Sorry, folks, if it sounds like I've been talking to myself. I should be hooked up. Moore gets it to Gales. Gales, the throwdown, hangs for safety.
Yeah, one of our local spotters online may have been dialed into the wrong broadcast, so we may be okay.
Yeah, we might be. Reinhardt gets the put back there. Gales up ahead on the floor. Gales, you got to give that one up, I think, or not give it up, but just not so casual with the ball.
You got to think you might have had the lob there, and
maybe you just have the layup if you go with a little bit more force. I think he's trying to read the situation. Yeah. And another 5-in, 5-out line change. So, I mean, hey, if they're going to stick with it, we'll see.
It'll be interesting to see if Bryan lengthens their bench a little bit. Not something Coach Rikoski has done of late.
Yeah. I would say that we're on watch to see Hayden Moten play a little bit more tonight. We'll definitely get a healthy dose of Cole, maybe some Andrew, I think. Of course, it always changes, like practice to practice, so that's just kind of what you got to expect. Dalen will take another three. You bet. Left side, no problem. His favorite spot on the floor, as you can tell. Lions get their first lead of the ball game, in part to that guy right there that just knocked it down.
Gales has no trouble getting you buckets. He's tied in the league leader points per game.
Right. Well, you see that, but you also see Reinhardt now. They're really firing on all cylinders. Both teams are having problems with turnovers as another one comes right there from the Lions. Up the floor, Brazen James swings it back out to T. Williams. Williams, no good. Rebound fought for and pulled down by James. James fell,
James battled for that one, but he might have got away with a walk early, right before that kick out to the missed three. Been a couple of no calls on some happy feet early.
If everybody's going to do it, you got to pick one or the other. James at the line to knock down the second half of the pair, and he does. And here we go, line change. That is now that's 3 line changes in 6 minutes. Wow. Oh, we do. Sorry, I missed the Bryan substitution. DA checked back out. He must have picked up the foul. Hayden Moten in now. And Trey Morrow off the floor. Moore all the way in the lane. Dude, great patience. He's got a really quick first step. and he's really able to make these snap decisions like that. He's able to hold off defenders. Johnson, you know he's looking to pull up there. No, not able to find the space to do so. Moten gets it to Moore. Moten in the paint. He'll find Johnson looping around. Moten's got to look to shoot that ball. He's got to look to attack. He's got to go. He's got the matchup advantage. Hayden Moten inside. We were talking off air. We were talking to Chase. Moten has got all the tools. He's unfortunately stuck behind an first team all conference big man, but I'm excited to see him with some more burn here tonight. He pulls down the rebound.
Yeah, and it's good to see him get a couple touches, get an early bucket, get his confidence up, because you could tell.
Drake knocking down the corner three. Go ahead, Ed. Sorry.
No, I mean you could tell Bryan's offense opens up that high post, which he didn't look to shoot there.
Another board brought down by Moten. Now ball security going to be important for him as we move into this night. See how he does. The pass to Cal Drake. Cal Drake in the lane. Thought he could have gone over the top there. He kind of like bobbled it to himself.
I wasn't sure he was looking at the rim for most of that possession.
Bucket nonetheless.
Yeah.
Looks like Reinhardt's getting ready for another lane change. The three way off. My goodness, the tip back goes straight to Riddell Moore. They've got the number advantage. The Euro step in the lane. Cal Drake the putback. He's got 6.
Yeah, just really odd possessions for this 5 with Reinhardt. They're extreme ball pressure, but just getting absolutely cooked down the court, leading to some easy layups or some 3-on-2s and Bryan advantages.
And just bizarre, Dad, that they've chosen. Now they're up with this lineup that's now sitting on the bench and that should be in the ball game. Bizarre that they've gone with 2 full line changes now to get that bench rotation in when Bryan is still rocking most of their starters.
Well, and you saw it on Moore's possession with the layup. You would expect like your second team would come in with some energy and some athleticism and really lock down defense.
Yeah.
Like there's not any athletes out there that can stay in front of a Riddell Moore.
No, there's not.
A Dalen Gales.
And what they're giving up is on this pressure is if you get it past half court, as Gabe just texted me, of course, you know, he loves to comment in. He's really like the third member, depending on third or fourth member. We can get him on here.
We need to get him a headset.
Maybe we'll just do a call-in show.
Coach's Corner.
Yeah, but anyways, if they don't turn the ball over in the front court, they basically have whatever they want to do in their half of the floor. Starters back in for Reinhardt. Brazen James going to drive the lane, loses the handle, ball on the floor, came away with by the Eagles. They'll swing it back out to number 21. Donovan Pearman lost his name. The putback by Nakai Fisher is good. This classic Coach Don Rakowski press break, and the ball is just getting thrown to a lot of places. And, I mean, look at this. Like, Bryan is now just shooting wide-open threes and wide-open layups, and Reinhardt's hoping they miss the shot.
Yeah.
They obviously, Reinhardt has had some success this year, so I'm not trying to come down on it too hard. But, I mean, it's weird to me that you wouldn't look at who's Bryan's got out there tonight and be like, I wonder if our best 5 can beat your best 5. And I'm not coming down on any of our guys. That's just from just looking out on the floor perspective.
Well, you have to assume they're playing a bit of the long game here and say we're going to just absolutely run them out of the gym for the first 15 minutes, and you know if they don't get into their bench, if they don't get a lot of help, which let's face it, at times, I mean Bryan hasn't got. Their bench has been streaky. We'll say that.
Right.
And
Clear's got to be able to dribble in that scenario. T. Williams to steal, the putback no good, and they'll get the foul on DA. He's going to have to go sit back down.
Yeah.
He's got to be able to. I know he hadn't had to do much of it for a while, but he's got to be able to assess the pressure in that situation.
Yes.
And maybe with Reinhardt, the numbers would suggest like, hey, the more quick shots our opponents take, as the game goes on, the more comfortable they get with that, and the numbers are actually in our favor. We want them taking the one pass, across half court, open three. Maybe it is a good look. I haven't obviously followed them all year, so I don't know, but
well, we'll see how it develops.
Yeah, definitely. Williams' second free throw is good. He splits the pair. Moten over the top to Torres. Torres able to corral it. Looks like he's going to get the trap coming. He swings it back up to the top of the key. Moten over to Fisher. Xavier Fisher's in the game. I don't know how I missed that. His first shot is a little bit off. Fisher hadn't played since the third game of the year, and now he's in the game in what one would think would be crucial timing. Nate Jones knocks down his fourth three-pointer of the game. Fisher with the ball. Williams fell again, seemingly to nothing. DA in the lane with the height advantage, able to take advantage. Nice. Absolutely. It was a nice hop step.
Yeah, and depending on where you are, it is a dark, rainy night here in Dayton, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Could be humid. The floor could be a little wet tonight.
Oh, my goodness. James knocks down the step back and 1-3 over Moten in the corner. Yeah, just one of those that you're, what do you even do there?
Yeah, Moten got under him, couldn't land.
Now we've ventured into no starters on the floor for Bryan. So as predicted by you, Coach Don Rakowski is pulling his bench out.
Yeah.
He's extending the bench, and I mean, in a game like this, knowing him how I do, I just didn't think that we'd see it, and we're definitely seeing it here. An all bench unit in the second quarter.
Well, it wasn't on our scouting report. I don't know that I've seen Xavier Fisher play in person this year.
Yeah, no, he hadn't played since the third game of the year. He started, I believe, the first either 2 or 3. As Reinhardt is just, somebody's got to have to come up with, long pass. Torres fakes the pass, almost makes the shot. Drake being drove on by, that was Derek Brown. Drake will get the ball in the half-court pressure. It's over to Lawrence. Lawrence, the corner tray, way off. Goes out of bounds on Nate Jones.
I will say this pressure by Reinhardt, while they're giving up a lot of space, they're forcing people on Bryan to make playmaking decisions.
Yeah.
And this team has a lot of finishers, a lot of scorers.
A lot of shooters.
Yeah. But they're a little thin on ball handling and playmaking for others.
And that's where Josh in this game would be excellent.
That's right.
And
I mean, Dalen Gales is as good of a scorer in this league.
Goaltender, yeah. I was like, surely they'll grab that one. I was kind of waiting on it. We'll see Ian Johnson check back in. Cole Torres will head to the bench. Now, I will say, Andrew airballing that corner 3 there. Lawrence it just feels like something he's going to do when he checks in the game now. His second shot is really where it counts, which I know sounds like I'm giving him a hard time, but that's actually held true his last 3 games that I've watched him play.
Well, he is a pure shooter. Very streaky at times. Has absolutely no memory about a miss, it seems. And, you got to leave him out there to put up a few, and when they're falling, it's good.
Yep. Derek Brown, tough bucket.
Speaking of falling.
See, this is right there. They've got the 3-on-2. Ball swung out to Lawrence. He'll stop. He'll pop. No good. Drake in position. Brazen James, rebound there.
Another possession you'd like to see Fisher take it in a little more. He had
3-on-1,
3-on-2. Yep.
James misses.
Nice rebound in traffic by Morrow.
Here's where I'd like to see if Johnson could almost be a secondary decision maker. Fisher in the lane, no good. Found the angle. Looked like not able to finish. But I'd like to see Johnson kind of get more of an on-ball responsibility in this press. Definitely one of the guys with a better handle and decision-making within this Bryan team. 32-32 the score, but why does he need to do that when he can stop, pop, and sink? Johnson, the three-point jumper. I don't know if he's missed a shot tonight. I think he's 3 of 3.
That's good patience by Johnson, and again, he's given this depleted Bryan squad exactly what they need early. They're going to have to find a little bit more reliable ball handling.
Fisher, no good. Fisher tried to take the charge off the turnover. Reisman unable to finish. Lawrence drives the lane, finds a wide-open Trey Morrow. Morrow will take from 3, just rims out for the Lions.
I tell you, this is a frenetic pace if you're Bryan, because Reinhardt's pressing after a make, after a missed basket. They are picking up 90 feet.
That's number 1. Zay Wiggins knocking down the tray, his first bucket of the ball game. Fisher up the floor to Lawrence. Lawrence up top for Drake. Just throw it down. Oh, the crowd's ready to lose it.
Well, a much better job of getting the ball in from the wing instead of the quick pull up there by Lawrence.
Derek Brown, just ever really technical, a lot of finesse he's playing with here. He's uncompromising on where he wants to be on the floor. And he's been rewarded going to the line a few times. He's been rewarded with some jump shots. And one of these guys, I know these another line change is coming here, but definitely a guy that I'd like to see kind of stay out here for Reinhardt for the last 6:55 of this, at least until he gets tired or something.
Yeah, it'll be interesting this second half to see if they kind of settle on a squad or if we get this.
Yeah.
Reinhardt currently sits 9th in the conference with a 7-9 league record, 10-13 overall.
They're still teetering on if it goes wrong down the stretch, they can get down near that 10 or 11 seed where you really don't want to be.
Yeah. Yeah, and Reinhardt struggled out of the gate in early January. I think they won their first 2 and then lost 6 in a row.
Yeah.
Played better of late. They're 2-1 in the month of February, but you can see position-wise. I mean, this is a really important late regular season game for both teams.
Johnson around to Gales. Looks like he got just almost bowled over Morrow. Looks like they're going to get it across with 3 seconds to go. Moore's pass is batted away. Came up with by DA. Johnson will pump. He wanted to take it. Gales, the swing over to Johnson. He will take that one on the run. Johnson buries it.
That'll settle you right down.
Yes, it will. Inside the paint for Fisher. Fisher's going to pick up the foul. They're giving up a lot of size at that position. They're more than just about anywhere. It'll be the 5th team foul on Bryan. It'll be Gales' 2nd. So you'd think he either has to be really careful or he's got to go sit down. Fisher knocked down the first and the second. So Reinhardt's going to press the whole game, but I got to get Avery to get off here. If you're a fan of quick action, great service, please consider checking out our partnering broadcast sponsor, El Toro, in Dayton, Tennessee today. El Toro, the best Mexican restaurant in Ray County, located by the Wendy's and United Grocery Outlet. Again, me and Dad, we've been there several times after these broadcasts. So you might see us if you decide to head over. Check out El Toro in Dayton today. Johnson corner, another open. Thought he could have taken the first, and he'll take the second. Why not? He's been out there for 5 years. He knows what he's doing.
There's something about these Reinhardt jerseys for the 5th-year grad student from Chattanooga, Tennessee, Ian Johnson. Just having another day.
Yeah. Three-pointer no good from Freeman. Bryan still in control of the ball. Gales one-on-one with Freeman, takes the contact and gets fouled. The layup no good. His buddy Trey Moore there for the putback. I tell you, this may break a Summers Gymnasium scoring record on both sides. We're at 43-39 with 5 minutes left. Neither team shows any sign of slowing down. And, of course, if I say that now, they won't score again.
Rock fight.
Yeah, but this will be the final score. It'll be like 50-55. But I tell you, the way that Reinhardt plays just encourages this breakneck speed. Fill it up as much as you can.
Well, it's like if you can handle the pressure getting the ball off the rim, again, 75 feet away from the basket, by the time you get to half court, you're going to have a 3-on-2 fast break just about every time.
So far, Bryan making enough of those chances to stay in the lead here. Derek Brown back in the game, working on Drake's smooth crossover. Just too technical for Drake to handle right now. The pass by Moten a little errant, but it got in the hands of Gales anyway. Drake unable to finish the second effort, can't finish that one. The ball is back with him. All he's got to do is go up. And he gets fouled. Good foul there by number 2, Tucker Lowe.
They've gotten some really good minutes off the bench from Cal Drake already.
First free throw is short. Looks like we got an injury to Reinhardt. Charles Reisman kind of took a fall over here after a layup. He's got an ice pack on. His night may be done, so they'll have to find somebody else to throw in this the second half of this line change.
I see a couple folks down the end of their bench that haven't checked in yet, but there's not many of them left.
Yeah, Reisman's done.
He's turned in his jersey.
Yeah. Tucker Lowe, the pull-up jump shot. No good. Didn't hit anything, though. Moten comes away with it. He'll slow it down for the time being.
Nice closeout by Moten.
Moten throws it away.
Tried to do too much.
That one's tough. His teammates kind of left him. Turnover comes back from Reinhardt as James was looking for Fisher.
Yeah, you've got 3 or 4 guys on every play that just sprint to open space.
Yeah, like, hey, I'm right here.
Yeah, they know there's not much at the end of that press, but
Drake with the ball gives it up. Moten going to have to be an excellent decision maker here. He does this time. He finds Johnson. Johnson pulls up for 3. Oh, wow. Everything's going in. It's raining Ian Johnson buckets. And after a really quiet 3 games, this is what he can do. He shows up. Everything he looks at, it goes in the hole. Another turnover by Bryan off the rebound. The 3-pointer from Wiggins. That one is good. And Coach Rakowski has seen enough of that. He'll get Morrow back in the game. Gales now with the ball. He'll drive baseline. Lost the handle. Drake in the lane. Drake up and in. Notch 11 first half points for the big man off the bench. And as much as we love Kalir up here, I would think that Drake will probably be the primary play as we move down the stretch here with as well as he's played and their inability really to even get a hand up on him on some of these layups. But this would be the big problem. Derek Brown is just having his way on the other end with Drake. And now Reinhardt, you can see why they go 5 in, 5 out so much. They're getting tired. Johnson pulls up another transition look. Just long. I thought he was going to sink it. Man.
That would be Ian's first miss of the night.
What did he make it to? 6 of 7? Yeah, not bad.
6 of 7, 17 first half points. Cal Drake's got 12.
The pump fake by Lowe. Lowe pump fakes again. Brown all the way up. Just too easy for him. Derek Brown, Reinhardt's, I would think, leading scorer, or he should be. I think no, he's not. He's their second leading scorer. The timeout comes, I believe. No, it's just a substitution. Excuse me. These line changes are messing with me here.
It is a fire drill about every 2 minutes here.
But I see why. I mean, after about 3 minutes, they were gassed on the Reinhardt side, struggling to get back into the press even. So, I mean, there was definitely some method to the madness. Khalil DA swings out to Gales. He hit it another one from that spot. He's almost, I mean, he's almost doesn't miss from that AAC logo over there. It's like Dalenville. James in the lane, going to work on DA. James lost the handle thanks to Moore. Williams all the way in the corner. He'll swing it to Freeman. Freeman going to drive the lane. He lost the handle. Williams again on the take. Can't find anybody, but Morrow lost it off his foot out of bounds.
Yeah, nice job by Morrow standing his ground against the taller Reinhardt player. You don't usually see officials that let the offensive player get away with attempting to headbutt their defender to create space.
No, you don't. It's open for interpretation call, I suppose.
Here we are.
Freeman, the pull-up jumper with the shot clock running down. No good. Gales up the floor, pushing in transition. They're so worried about Johnson, they're leaving everybody else open. One more to Gales. Gales takes from the left corner. Looks like he banked it off the top of the glass there. And they'll move it up the floor to Jones on the Reinhardt side. Behind the back, lost Johnson. Gales in the passing lane. Gales all alone. Is James going to challenge? He will. And it's going to be a foul, a hard foul against James. No bad blood, just two competitors going at each other right there. And Gale's a little slow to get up as he'll be helped up by Moore.
Yeah, credit to James for chasing that down, because Gales had ill intent.
Yeah, trying to punish the rim.
Yep.
Definitely. I believe that'll be, correct me if I'm wrong here, I think that might be James's second. I know that's not as big a deal with this 5-in, 5-out style being played. It'll be his second. Team 6. Bryan gets one more foul. They'll be in the bonus. Of course, not much left in the half. 54-48 in favor of the Lions.
It's too bad we don't have a chicken sandwich sponsor, because we're quickly heading towards triple digits tonight.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. I was talking about the missed two free throws that they do. Have you ever seen that clip of Boban when he misses it on purpose just to give his teams up like 1,000,000 points? Yeah. If there was a Boban Bryan equivalent, it would be that guy over there standing up at the end of the bench, Parker. He would definitely do that for the Bryan faithful. Williams just getting a little bit too quick with it. Loses the handle. Another turnover comes from Reinhardt. Regal Moore up the floor. He lost it. Yeah, they'll get the foul. Moore was looking for that one. He had a wide-open Johnson.
Much better job by Moore of getting the ball up the court and pressure. And
he slowed down a little bit there and kept his body in between the defender. And before, he was just kind of running with reckless abandon. So good to see there that he's kind of learning as the game goes on. I know he's never seen a full-court press for 40 minutes before in his short college career, but he will here tonight.
Yeah, when the explosive guys learn how to switch gears, it unlocks a lot for them.
Moore knocks down the back half. Makes the pair, pushes this to a double-digit Bryan lead, the first time either team's gotten to the double-digit mark. Freeman, oh man, great idea. Really good idea. It wasn't an air ball. He was looking for Williams. Two Bryan defenders closing out, and just not able to link up with his teammate there. Moore moving it up the floor in the pressure. Gales, the pull-up two-point jump shot. He sinks it from that side. And Coach Don Rakowski wants to use a timeout. And that's the first for him of the half. It will be a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here as we wind down the first half. Dad, when's the last time you went to any game and there were 60 points scored by one team in the first half?
First half, yeah.
I'm trying to think if the women would have ever done it last year, or of course the year before that. Nothing rings a bell. I don't know if they ever got to 60. I'm sure Gabe will text me in a second to tell me the date if there was one, but yeah, 60 points and a half is impressive. Even if they are running this pressure, Bryan is shooting at a very high clip. Get a little team comparison up there.
Yeah, Bryan's shooting 60% on the game.
Yeah.
44% from behind the arc.
Yep.
Bryan's hit 8 3-pointers already. So is Reinhardt, though. They're putting the ball in the basket. Turnover race is about the same.
Reinhardt with the ball. They can go 2 for 1 here if they want it, but they do need to get going kind of soon. Nate Jones in the lane. That one will be rejected by Dalen Gales. Jones emphatic that he had some contact there that was a little more than marginal. Freeman takes the inbounds pass. Again, Reinhardt can go 2 for 1 here, and they will. Zay Wiggins knocks down the triple. That's his third triple of the ball game. They're going to have to start checking him every time he's in the game. 60-51. They throw it up top to Drake. Drake pulls it down. Johnson, that one sent back. Reinhardt maybe cracking the code a little bit here. Closing out a little bit harder on these three-point shooters in transition for Bryan. Reinhardt will hold for the last shot.
And we've said number 10's name a lot, Derek Brown. Just a 6'7", plastic man-y athlete. Kind of came out of nowhere. Swat that one away.
Nate Jones in the right place at the right time. Can't do the putback. Drake fights his hardest just to get him to the buzzer. He will. 60-51, Bryan College advantage. If you're a fan of points, you're loving this game right now. Dad and I will step away, and we will be back at about the 5-minute mark with both, or I'll be back, with both Reagan Bolant and Matt Bolant from the women's coaching staff. We're going to let the cheer team do their thing, and we'll be back on Bryan Lions Live. and welcome back in to Bryan Lions Live. A little bit of a special treat. I am joined by both Matt Bolant and his daughter and assistant coach, Reagan Bolant. Thank you guys for coming on.
Pleasure.
Yeah, fun.
Absolutely. So tonight, a big one versus Reinhardt. They come into the game, and, you know, they just kind of looked out of sorts. You guys, I think something that I noticed in the Milligan game, a theme coming to this one, you guys have really hit teams in the mouth, and it's been really difficult for them to recover. Can you speak to, is that an intentional thing or just something that's kind of worked out in the process?
Yeah, I think our confidence has just grown. You know, we scored 27 in the first quarter, shot a great percentage, made some threes, and just, got off to a great start. I don't know what the run was to start the game, but it felt like a good run to start to kind of set the tone.
Yeah. Reagan?
Yeah, I think just our ability to turn them over. They turned it over 20 times.
Yeah.
Speeding them up helped a lot. Even in our man, we did a good job speeding them up, so I think that contributed a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely did. I think your first 6 points were off turnovers. So credit to the style that you guys have chosen to play this year. As we've seen, I mean, you guys are. I haven't seen the other teams in the conference, but definitely most improved in my mind. Now, I wanted to get you both on tonight because I wanted to ask. I mean, how is the father-daughter dynamic in coaching? I mean, I know if I had to do things with my mom constantly, like I love her, and she's listening, so she's gonna kill me. But I don't know how that would go. Can you guys kind of give us a little insight into that?
Yeah, the one thing is we're wired really similarly. So we're both super laid back off the court, and then step on the court and intense and want it to go a certain way. But it's been fun. I tell recruits, you know, Reagan's been my assistant coach her whole life, and she grew up with the game, watched our game, thought the game, and she's really known the game even at a young age. Could just see it and know what to do. So, you know, I feel like it's been a couple of years being an assistant, but really it's been most of her life that she's been an assistant coach.
Yeah, no, it's been super fun. We have very similar coaching styles because I learned everything I know from him.
Yeah.
But I think one thing I've been doing this year that I didn't do last year is tell him what I think more. I'm definitely not as afraid to tell him what I think, so that's more fun.
And I really respect the fact that she'll put me in my place when my reaction's not right, or you know, something I'm not doing right, and you want that from your assistant coaches. I don't want her just being a yes person, and I want her to disagree at times, or to, you know, when something's not right, to let me know, and she definitely feels confident, and obviously does it in a respectful way as well. That's good.
That's good to hear. I kind of wondered about that throughout the year, so wanted to get the concrete answer on it. So coming up down the stretch, I told everybody earlier, you didn't pick up the game. You corrected me. It was supposed to be played. It just scheduling mishap, something like that.
Yeah, the conference schedule we got did not have the game on Saturday on there, and I started noticing other people playing 22 conference games, and we only had 21. I'm like, something's not right here. Yeah. And then I figured out, hey, this game's supposed to be on there. So, we've got another home game, which we've been great at home, so it'd be good.
And, of course, the next Wednesday in Knoxville, Tennessee, going to be important, but I would think definitely a measuring stick for how far you've come in the year. Definitely, you know, from start of the year, you lose that one at home, right? Yeah, not mistaken there. Yeah. Now kind of seeing how you measure up, you go away. Top of the conference right now, so things can change, obviously, but how is that one? Is it that important to grab, or is it like one of those things where you put your best foot forward and you got kind of go on the conference?
Yeah, obviously, finishing the top 6 is a big deal because you get a bye first round, and you know the amount of teams that can go and win 4 in 4 days is really hard physically. And so we're focused on getting Saturday, and then obviously Johnson's a rival, and they're tied for first place, so it could be a big game for them as far as where they finish as well, and especially getting the automatic berth. So we'll see where we're at, but we got to take care of Saturday and finish rolling the home, and then go to Johnson. And we, you know, at home we were up 59-53 with 5 minutes left, and we just couldn't score in the last few minutes. Or I feel like today we had 7 different kids make threes, and we're just scoring the ball better in a variety of ways.
Absolutely, I think that's fair. Reagan, you got anything else?
Yeah, I'm excited. Finish it out.
Me too. I'll be there. I know. I would think a good deal of the school will be there. It's only an hour and a half up the road. If you aren't planning on coming, please come. Knoxville, Tennessee. I believe it is February 19th. Come up. They'll be at 5:30. The men at 7:30. Thank you guys for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Yep. And we'll be right back. 30 seconds away from the second half. As we get ready for the second half of the Reinhardt University Eagles versus the Bryan College Lions. And welcome back. The Bolants have retaken their seats, and Dad has retaken his up here in the broadcast booth. Over the break, got to hear both of the Bolants. Always a pleasure having them on. Actually, I'd like to get the men's coaching staff on sometime. Running out of time though. We only got one home game left. Reinhardt sticking with his full court pressure, more in the lane. Nifty move, but after the whistle.
It's good to hear you got Coach Muncie and
I got Nick today.
Former crowd favorite and broadcast favorite Nick Roberts. Yeah,
I told Nick after our intramural game the other night, I was like, how many did you have tonight, 20? And he was like, nah, I only had like 12. But man, the most annoying thing about you, I think, is that you can have nice pass for Moore, threading the needle tomorrow, is that he could have about 6 points and it would feel like 15, and 15 important ones at that. They're going into the post to T. Williams. Williams, the look-away pass, layup finished by Pearman. Morrow kind of ran Moore right into the trap. They swing it over to Gales, up the floor. They've got Moore cutting. Oh, man, Gales just a little behind him. Lost the handle on the pass. And something that Matt Bolant said right before we got on is, in the second half, this is where the press is designed to work. You kind of just wait out the first half till the other guys get tired, and then you've been playing this style all year. So we'll see how that shakes out for Reinhardt. Gabe Johnson did let us know that they did drop 60 on, I believe it was Union here. As Johnson missed the layup, he'll get it back out. The full court, or not full court, excuse me, but the cross-court pass into Morrow. Morrow, oh my goodness, pretty glide on the other side.
I thought Brown had gotten back to contest that shot, and credit to Morrow for using the rim as a shield.
Trey Morrow's going to pick up his third foul, as you see Muncie yelling over there from the bench.
Was that on Trey or Kalir?
Yeah, they called it on Trey.
Okay.
James using his size on Gales. That one well short. Looked like he kind of got bumped out of it. Williams, the pump fake in the lane. Williams, spin move, taking on the whole Bryan team. D.A. knocks it away. Derek Brown in the lane. Morrow knocks it away. Block party for Bryan. Swings it up to Gales. Gales gets up, and he got pinned. D.A. is there for the finish, and one.
Oh, my God.
The putback effort by D.A. Not going to lie, if Kalir hadn't done that. Dalen got pinned. He not only got the ball pinned, he got his body pinned at the rim. And you may have to help me go down the stretcher, Dad. My voice is quickly going out the window.
Well, and Dalen is a very explosive jumper, but he's the kind where he has to kind of gather and explode off two, and Reinhardt was able to recover. But credit to Kalir. Two good defensive plays on the previous possession, then rewarded with the hustle play. But I feel like we say that every broadcast with Kalir.
Yeah, we do. And they get D.A. on the foul. Cal Drake's going to have to run back in. That'll be D.A.'s third, I think. Yeah, it'll be D.A.'s third. So Drake coming back in the ball game.
Yeah, I think Kalir thought he got his body out of the way of Jones. Jones is a powerfully built two-guard. Drew just enough contact to get to the line.
Yeah. Sometimes that's all it takes. And this reffing crew is, hey, they'll blow the whistle. They will here tonight. So 2 and 2 fouls within 2 minutes of second half game time. And Nate Jones going to knock down the first. Drake checking in.
Another byproduct of that constant pressure is when you get tired, you stop moving your feet a little bit. You start reaching, and that's when they get you. And
Jones' second free throw is good. And Lowe will check back in. Looks like second half they're not going to go with a line change. Looks like they're going to be kind of selective, at least a little more selective here in their subbing. Oh, man, Morrow might have got away with a little hop there. Moore, yeah. Brown gets called for the reach across.
Nice idea by Brown, but came right across the neck of Moore there.
Moore is he's really fast, so it's really hard to get those, like, poke away, like where you're trying to basically just tap it, especially with Brown's length. Brown's arms look to be about 7 feet.
Yeah, he gets his hands on a lot.
Gales driving the lane, throws it up top to Drake. It's short. Man, they've just got to have him convert those. It's open every time, and he's
just missed on the timing. I think something Gales did may have thrown Drake off a bit there. A little bit of a hesitation on what should have been an easy finish.
It's going to be Morrow's 4th foul. Did we get confirmation on that? Morrow's got 1 foul. I don't know what Muncie's talking about. Be his 2nd foul now of the ball game, so he's got a few more to burn.
Yeah, we got DA with 3, Morrow with 2. Nobody else with any issues.
Muncie may have been saying that Trey was supposed to guard number 3.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, I think that was it, because he was matched up on 3 there. Ball inbounded to Morrow. Morrow up the floor to Moore. They've got the numbers to push. Drake now, hop step, a little weird, and Gales finishes the putback.
Representative of nothing. I no longer know what a travel is. I just have no clue.
Williams mad at himself there. Lost the ball on the entry pass. Yeah. Moore up the floor. Gales in position. Gales is going to take it himself this time, create the body contact. Brown caught with his hands down. Something that Gales is really good at doing is basically he just forces himself into that defender before the defender's ready, and he'll basically just kind of collapse them in on themselves, and the refs see the hands down. It's a foul every time.
He's got nice body control when he takes that first hit, and then he seems to glide. He seems to hover just that extra split second, which allows him to kind of regroup and at least get a shot out toward the rim.
Gales knocks down a pair. Bryan leads stretch to 14.
Yeah, already 6 free throws.
I know Reinhardt's like kind of live or die by this press, but I kind of wonder the way this game is going. If they just kind of pull back into either a half-court man or zone as Jones loses Johnson on the dribble move there. Rebound by Morrow. Ball up ahead to Johnson. Johnson going to throw it to Drake. Drake
Good
finally
decision. Good decision.
Puts it down with 2 hands for safety. But, yeah, I just kind of wonder if they just sink back into a half-court man right now, if it really calm a lot of the buckets they're getting. I mean,
Bryan's getting so many runouts right here.
I mean, Johnson is just wide open. Lowe runs back. I mean, he gave us all his effort, but Johnson was just wide open. He didn't even have to run that hard. We saw him hit the extra gear last game, but he didn't have to give it this time.
Well, I mean, every time Ian's leaking out, either getting a wide open shot or getting the pass down to Cal right there. And, you just wonder where. Obviously these guards are attacking the defensive rebound to get into their press, but I mean they are consistently getting beat down the court. To tell you the truth, like looking at both teams in the timeout, they seem to be the bit more winded team right now.
Well, I mean Bryan's not having to do much. They're hitting their shots and they're able to jog back on defense. Sitting there, their nice pack line man. They sit right there. They kind of get in gaps. They give some effort on the inside. Reinhardt not taking a ton of threes, and you're seeing time and time again, like Reinhardt is going for offensive rebounds. They're trying to stay in this pressure off misses, and smart play by the 5th year. He's like, well, they don't need me to rebound. I wasn't going to get it anyways. I'll just run up the court.
Yeah, I mean, and you're looking at what was a 9-point 9-point halftime lead. I mean, less than 4 minutes in here, and we've got an 18-point deficit that Reinhardt's looking at.
Yeah, definitely do. This is when the press is supposed to kind of put the clamps on you. This is when it's supposed to pay the dividends, and just quite the opposite. Jason Tatum is 28, 11, and 7, by the way, into the third quarter.
Good.
Yeah.
Hope your buddy Ryan's paying attention.
Nah, he wouldn't. Nobody ever does.
He ought to be. We're playing tonight.
Williams drives the lane, just a bit too strong, bit too big for everyone on Bryan's team. Drake up ahead in the pass, excuse me. They'll reset it to Morrow. Morrow is going to take a deep heave and drain it, throws the 3 up in celebration. Yeah, that was from Scott County. Yeah, throwing it back to the hometown. Derek Brown going to work on Drake, and they have gone to that well and struck oil several times tonight. Johnson ahead to Moore. Moore up ahead to Drake. I mean, you got to throw it. I mean, you don't have another option. It's open every time.
You throw it every time, and I mean, usually in your presses, like you're using the corner just over the half court line as where you want the ball to go, and use that half court, that over and back threat as a extra defender.
Pull-up jumper, or excuse me, three-pointer by Perriman, no good. Rebound, Nate Wiggins. I think Gale's got a hand on it in the paint. Another hand on it from Williams. Williams finally finishes the third effort. Technical foul goes on number 3, Williams. Obviously not happy. He thought there was a lot more contact than was given.
Well, and
was it on Williams?
Yeah, I think so.
Because Nate Jones, he's not happy either, number 11.
Well, and I thought Williams might have got away with on that initial rebound, clearing out Trey.
Yeah, Johnson misses the first free throw.
And then credit to him, he stayed with it and got the putback, but may have said the wrong word or two there.
Johnson, both rim outs. I mean, thought they were 95% of the way down on both shots. And now I'm a big believer in, what motivates players, what motivates teams. And a technical foul, after you think you weren't rewarded a foul of your own, as Gales is going to go all the way in, easiest game he's had in his life. But it can definitely motivate you at least a little bit. I mean, like your whole team can kind of rally around that. James will take the three-pointer, misses that one. Williams the rebound, swings it back out to Fisher. Fisher knocks it down. The lefty has a good-looking stroke. And they're going to get the 5-second call. Coach Rakowski imploring Dalen to go to the ball and stop just standing near half court.
Yeah, and you've got, we talked about it earlier, you've got the whole entire Bryan team just looking to leak out and getting this all-night layup line that Reinhardt seems to be okay with allowing.
It doesn't matter if they keep hitting it like that. 2 straight three-pointers for the Eagles now.
Here you go, back to an 11-point game.
And now the press is kind of putting down the clamps, and that's what I'm talking about. A technical foul that's you think's called an error, or if you just don't get that foul and you were trying to earn the tech in the first place, that's exactly what a team like Reinhardt needed. And I keep looking at the scoreboard and thinking, there are 14 minutes left in this ballgame, and the score is 80-69.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if the scoring's ever going to slow down, but we're going to slow down right now. We'll take a short break and be right back on Bryan Lions Live. Welcome back in to the ball game. You see this ref crew kind of just like, I think they just dapped up Reinhardt. Like, kind of explaining why the technical foul came.
I don't think anything would surprise me.
Reinhardt is kind of putting the clamps down now on this pressure. Moore up the floor, dribbling through their whole team, lost the handle, almost turned it over. He'll find Johnson. Johnson to Morrow. Morrow swings. Dalen open for deep three. Johnson tried to fly in there at the end there and get a putback.
No, a putback Ian Johnson dunk would have surprised me. I take back my previous statement.
Nate Jones working on Johnson. Quick trigger, quick make. Now it's an 8-point Bryan College advantage. As Gales gets the ball back from Moore, kind of put him in the corner. Dalen Gales, the layup line continues.
Yeah, this is Gales' kind of game.
Credit to him. He's not messing around with the lobs anymore.
No.
He knows he can get a layup whenever he wants. That three-pointer just rims out. Would have been the 4th in a row for Reinhardt to see the net.
Yeah.
13 minutes left here. Some substitutions for Reinhardt as well as Bryan. Brown going to check back in as well as Williams. And Lowe will as well. They're running in some late subs. Now Torres for Bryan College. Drake runs in, finds Moore. Moore up ahead to Torres. Torres all alone on the break. Finishes the layup with the right hand. Now he's got to sprint back to get back on defense. Gets in position. Wiggins with the ball, top of the key. Fisher now into the post. It's Brown. Brown works on Drake. Brown, yeah, just every time. Just a bit too much for Cal Drake to handle on the defensive end. And they're just telling Drake to go straight up on the bench. But I'll be honest, Brown has shown success working over that tonight too.
Well, Brown has been impressive all night. Jones obviously has hit 5 three-pointers. Very impressive nights so far. What's not impressive is this defensive strategy that Reinhardt seems to be employing. I think I would have gone back to a Little League 2-3. 2-3 zone at just to see.
I mean, my question would be, with no disrespect, have you practiced half-court defense at all this year?
Yeah.
Because if you have, I just think there's a way you can work it in right now.
Yeah, Bryan shooting 60% from the field on the night.
And Reinhardt's only down 10.
Yeah.
So obviously this style that they're employing, it works for him. Torres up ahead all the way. The layup line now stretching to Torres. And that, I just keep looking up at this clock. This game is going to take 5 hours. There's 12:30 left in the second half.
Yeah.
James looking for somebody, and he'll find Wiggins. Wiggins, the kind of float shot up there, kind of a push shot almost. Gale's pretty pass to Moore. Moore, oh my goodness, tried to go with the reverse.
Maybe a little too much sauce there. He had the step in the reach, I think, on the strong side.
86-74, 12 minutes left in the ball game. Tucker Lowe uses the pump fake, kicks it back out to James. James thought about it, and then he'll try it this time. Drake on the boards, fighting off Brown, ripped away by Gales. Torres up the floor. They've got the numbers again. Trey Morrow, quick trigger corner, no good. Rebound by Lowe on the Reinhardt side. He'll come back on offense. Wiggins, another three-pointer falls for him. Now Bryan will kind of go with the line change of their own. 86-77 your score. Reinhardt just tapping at the door, just keeping themselves in it, shot by shot. 30-second timeout here. We'll keep it. Dad, run us over some stats. I mean, we've kind of belabored the point to a fault, but, like, I mean.
Well, I mean, they're by the end of the night, they're going to be eye-popping if they're not already.
Yeah.
We mentioned Bryan now shooting 59% from the floor, 41% from the three-point line. Credit to the Bryan post and interior. You know, we mentioned starting center and really their main ball handler, Josh Baher, out tonight.
Right.
Reinhardt is the bigger and probably more athletic team, but Bryan's holding their own on the boards. Have a slight 33-29 rebounding edge. Players of interest: Dalen Gales 24, Ian has 19, Cal Drake 14 off the bench, Trey Morrow with 11.
And Fisher with his first 2 of the ball game right there.
You've got Nate Jones. We talked about 17 points, 5 of 7 from three-point land. Derek Brown, 16 points, 3 rebounds.
Torres missed the layup. Gales not able to get the putback. Torres gets it back again. He's sprinting, one man to beat Nate Jones. He used the Euro step. He probably didn't have to as he went back into it and get the foul anyways.
Nate Jones is not happy with that call, but I almost thought he intentionally grabbed him.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, oh, he's just giving up. Okay, good.
Yeah, I was expecting him to raise his hand like, yeah, I earned that one, and he continues to talk about that call.
Yeah.
And Drew, Sports Information Director Chase Green stands just to your right.
Right.
He may have to do some. He may have to do some record searches here pretty soon.
No. Let's see if we can.
Because Reinhardt doesn't seem to be changing their game plan, and Bryan's happy to oblige. Well on the way to a triple-digit night.
Foster, the three-pointer, no good. Xavier Fisher fought for it. Fisher came away with it, excuse me. The drive by Pearson, no good. The three-pointer, Fisher's going to pick up the foul on James on the three-point attempt.
Yeah, that's second time tonight Bryan Bench has allowed or fouled on a three-point attempt.
Definitely.
You don't foul a jump shooter.
No, you don't. The first one was an and one. It's the same guy, Brazen James. So there's obviously got to be something with this guy's shot that's causing defenders to overrun him. He's a pretty good shooter on the year. Knocked down the first. This one, he'll get 3 free throw attempts.
Yeah, James, good-looking sophomore, 6'3", out of Augusta, Georgia.
Yeah. It will be 3. James knocking down the first 2. And the third as well, 10-point ball game. Oh boy, Fisher threw it into dangerous territory. Gales is going to be furious. He had the wide open lane for his taking. The foul committed against DA. And that's going to be 7 fouls for Reinhardt, so DA will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
Yeah, that was almost soccer-style play on.
Yeah.
Bryan definitely had the advantage there. Just curious how much what the Bryan Lions website says for fast break points here.
We do have We do have Chase Green on the hunt, so if we get close, we'll put everybody on watch. They'll know.
Yeah, stats from the Bryan Lions app has Bryan with a 24-2 advantage on fast break points tonight.
Wow. Not something you see every time. Gales up the floor. This time Reinhardt will have the numbers. He'll swing it to Torres. You know it's going up in the corner, just short. Brazen James with the rebound. Swings it up ahead to Jones. Nate Jones stops, pops, and makes. A lethal shooter. He's got 5 on the ball game. Moten up the floor. He'll push it to Torres. Torres had to go upstairs to grab it. Fisher, top of the key. He'll drive all the way in the lane, left-handed. It's good.
I was about to say we're going to have our first half-court set here in about 10 minutes.
Nope.
And
no, we're not.
We did not.
The Zoom offense is dead. Jones is aggressively hunting that second three-pointer. Good defense by Torres. The flare screen taken by Pearson. Pearson swings it back out to James. James in the lane over DA. They get the foul on DA. Man, that's got to be bad for. That's got to be sad for him. He's come in and he's really just committed about a foul a minute, and he's had to go sit back down.
Yeah, and still a productive night. He's got 10 points, 7 rebounds, a couple of assists. He just can't stay out of foul trouble.
Cal Drake coming back in. Maybe, hopefully over there on the bench, they were like, all right, Cal, you see ball, you just dunk it. You go up and grab it. It sounds like I'm making fun of him, but I'm serious. That's
yeah.
the key. That's
yeah.
it. It's definitely it. James drops the pair.
Reinhardt now has 4 players in double digits.
I think a bolt might have come off the rim again.
Bryan with 5.
I think that's what he just handed to him.
That sounds
yeah,
important.
It's a bolt. Johnson will swing to Torres. Torres to Moten. Moten driving the lane, trying to get in on the party. Kept the handle, blocked away by Brown. The ball is still in play, and Lowe will pick up the foul against Johnson. He's not happy about that one. Johnson will go to the line. It's been a quiet second half for the 5th year.
Yeah, Ian caught that ball in space, and I think he was a little surprised with how open the middle of the floor was.
Morrow will check back in for Moten. Sinks the first and throws a look to his bench like, man, that wasn't that hard. The last 2 he took rimmed out. 95-85. Johnson trying to make it 11 here. And he won't. That one's on me, announcer jinx.
Yep.
Jones drives the lane, steps back on Torres, sinks it. Man, he's about automatic when he gets his feet set. Bryan going to have to, I mean, wise here to burn a timeout, really, I think. You got 4 left. 8:42 remaining in the ball game. But Reinhardt as close as they've been since the first half, 95-87 game. And that, I mean, this is a crucial time for Bryan. You can't, if they're going to continue to put on this pressure, you can't let the full court scoring barrage stop, because Reinhardt is scoring in bunches. Don't get it mistaken. They've got 87 points. Like the usually stout Bryan defensive unit here. The story of the press and all that has kind of put in the background that Reinhardt is kind of frying them on the defensive side.
And we have almost a quarter of the game left. I mean, this.
Yeah.
We're not down to 2 minutes here. I mean,
no.
this. the flow of the game's kind of slowed down in the second half with more free throws and more fouls, and you would kind of expect that to an extent.
Right. But you're just seeing they're not going to go away from this pressure.
Yeah, I mean, and clearly Reinhardt's going to live or die with this game plan. It's going to be 40 minutes of pressure, and they're going to live with the result. And we've got fans here in Summers Gymnasium are starting to wonder what's the gym record for points.
We've got 115 versus Johnson in 2005. We don't have anything before that. He's still looking, but 115 right now, and they're.
I'd say that's gonna.
Yeah, 8 minutes left.
It's gonna be topped.
Derek Brown, just money from the mid-range. Nothing that Drake can do about it so far. Torres gets it to Johnson. Johnson swings it to Morrow in the press. Morrow going to kind of slow it down. Uses his body on Williams. He'll swing it back out to Torres. He's still got to put that up. Drives the lane. Relocates it to Regal. More. No good. Drake in the lane. No good. Yeah.
A lot of contact, but again, you'd like to see Drake go up a little more powerfully and try to break the rim off.
Moore kind of being a one-man army. Torres will take that one. Cole Torres, timely three-pointer, nothing but net. Gets Bryan over the century mark. Man, you'd have to go back a while, and at least I think so. I'm not entirely no, actually, I do know the game it is. It's the Johnson game, nearly two or 3 years ago. Johnson will now get on the wide-open three-pointer train. No good. Yeah, they've actually broken 100 a few times. I don't think they've done it. I think they've done it this year, though.
Yeah.
Williams back out to Wiggins. Wiggins, corner three, buries it, corner. Man, this is going to be an exciting finish. 194 is the score. 7 minutes, almost even left in the ball game. Dad and I are going to compose ourselves and get ready for what is sure to be a wild last quarter of this ball game.
6-point game.
We'll be right back here on Bryan Lions Live. Welcome back in to Summers Gymnasium. Your voice of the Lions, Drew Rogers, hanging out with my dad on a Wednesday night. We hope you're having as much fun with this game as we are.
This is a lot of fun. I mean, we're talking. Reinhardt's taken 74 shots already. Yeah. 20 free throws. Bryan 66 shots, 21 free throws.
Right.
This is
hold on. Half-court possession alert.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here's the set.
Here we go.
Here's the set.
We're going to run it. It'll be a top ball screen. Moore in and out. Drives the lane on two taller defenders. Oh, they got Fisher on the contact.
Yeah, Fisher looked like he went straight up originally. May have come down.
I think he grabbed the arm. I think you're right. I think he did go. I think that's why the late call happened,
Yeah.
I think he went up initially, and then he was like, oh, this guy's 6 foot tall, and he got greedy and reached down on it.
He's not contesting the call, so.
Moore at the line to shoot 2. First one is good. And DA's going to check back in. I think that's smart. I think you want Clear. If Reinhardt's going to shoot at this clip in the second half, I'd want him out there to at least guard Williams or one of these bigger guys, maybe a James.
Well, and I mean, Bryan's not running. They're not shortening the game. They're not running clock because they're getting so many wide open looks. So maybe this is the strategy: is you want to take time off the clock on Reinhardt's possession.
Drake
rebound by Drake.
Upstairs for it this time. Gales will get it in transition.
3-on-2.
Now he'll find more. Good pass to the corner. He's got to knock it down though. He doesn't. Wiggins will push. Wiggins with the ball. Swings it top of the key to Brown. Back to Wiggins. Quick pull. No good. Drake another rebound. Relocates it to Regal Moore. Johnson all alone. The senior pulls up. Just a little bit short.
Might have had Dalen on the lob there.
Yeah.
It's 9 rebounds already for Cal Drake, closing in on a double-double.
If you're Morrow there, you just can't come down. Did everything right on that defensive possession. You can't come down and give him the option to blow that whistle. Williams has already shown that he can be shaky on the end. I would rather just let him make it over me. Good wall-up defense that was applied to that point. Williams' first free throw is no good. DA going to check in, and it'll be Lawrence for Ian Johnson.
I'm looking for number 4, Fisher.
Yeah.
The Bryan Lions statistics on the Bryan Lions app has 5 fouls.
5 fouls on Nakai Fisher?
Yeah.
That's probably true then, because he looks pretty checked out over there.
Okay.
I'd say that might be fair. Williams knocked down his second free throw. Moore with the ball. Dalen Gales left all alone for 3. That one long. And now you see this press just paying dividends. They forced the Lions start missing shots. Reinhardt's kind of taking advantage. 6-point ball game. They're working it again inside to Williams. DA has to go straight up.
Yeah.
101-97 game.
Yeah, you wonder. 4-point game now. You wonder if a couple of these last possessions, if Bryan would have been better off pulling the ball back out, running a little clock.
Block from Freeman. Yeah, now you.
Yeah, Dalen was running clear down the lane. Nice job by Freeman catching up and blocking that from behind.
See our officials earning their paycheck here tonight. One of them's got the mop out there. Did a nice job with it, walking it right back to its spot, too. Hey, we've got some student worker money for you, buddy. Moore turned the ball over. Reinhardt with a chance to push. Nate Jones all the way. 2-point ball game. Reinhardt in the mirror. Objects are closer than they appear. Gales up the lane looking to do it himself. How did he get it to go? Took the whole team on. Bryan back on the board. Nate Jones in the lane. He'll get the foul on Andrew Lawrence, and Nate Jones is going to go to the line and shoot the 1-and-1.
Yeah, that was an important bucket, important by Gales there, because
absolutely
he kind of went 1-on-3 and tossed it up and got the roll. Otherwise, Jones is having a chance to tie this game.
Look at this. They're reloading the Gatorade cooler. I've never seen a team have to reload the Gatorade cooler. They're having to get so much water during the game that they had to go get a second cooler for Reinhardt. That's awesome.
Sure,
Man, this game is a lot of fun.
You may have analytics students that come and study this game and study this broadcast for classes.
When James Naismith invented the sport, I don't know if he knew what he was doing. This is awesome. Morrow with the ball. He's going to work on Jones. Morrow, the de facto point guard, off the bench this year. Hands it off to the other point guard, Moore. Moore now drives the lane, finds the wide open cutting DA. 105-101, low. He'll take a quick transition pull-up and just can it. Lead now for Bryan within 1.
That's the 15th made three-pointer for Reinhardt tonight.
Johnson swings it to Morrow. Morrow to Moore. They'll post up DA inside. Trey Morrow just waited on him to fly by. Got the bucket. Did I? Yeah.
Didn't look earlier. I would be curious to know how many points a game Reinhardt is allowing.
Yeah, you can go ahead. Go on the AAC website real quick and pull up their schedule / results. James just trying to find the angle on Morrow, won't find it. A big-time stop there for Bryan. Can't be understated, but Moore lost the handle. 2-on-1 for Reinhardt. Williams in the paint. He'll finish the fast break layup. Ball game back within 1.
Yeah, this is
Johnson with the ball. Does a nice job of avoiding the pressure. Oh, boy, the pass from Morrow off target. The ball somehow ends up back for Johnson. DA takes the easy left-handed layup. Just a huge stroke of good luck for Bryan.
Well,
can't get better than that.
I mean, Ian was literally surrounded by 4 larger, nobody was even jumping for that ball from Bryan.
Nope.
And it landed right in his lap, and he quickly got it to DA for the much-needed two-point basket.
You would think probably a 4 or 5 point swing on that alone for Bryan, because Reinhardt had the numbers.
Reinhardt was gone. And you reflect back on the last handful of Bryan possessions.
Yeah.
You almost wonder, had they fallen into, pardon the pun, the Reinhardt trap?
Right.
They just can't help themselves. So it's like fast break, open three. This is what you run your sets to get these looks.
Right.
And they've had a couple shots not fall. Come back the other way. Reinhardt's converted, made a couple free throws.
Yep.
And
I've got your answer here.
Okay.
I would say Reinhardt gives up. Actually, it may tell me at the top. It doesn't. Let me.
I think it does if you click on their schedule.
It doesn't tell me the points given up, but they've given up several hundred pointers.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they gave up 116 to Union most recently.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because they scored. I think they scored around 100, and lost that game by double digits. Well, to their credit, they don't seem fazed by the lack of defense. There's no finger pointing. There's no.
This is how we want to play.
Man, I thought you checked him. It's get the ball and go.
Reinhardt leads. They do lead the conference in scoring at 85 a game or 86 a game. They got the foul on Morrow. It'll be his 4th. So now you're in the territory to where you've got 2 guys on the floor with 4 fouls, Morrow and DA, and you're within a 3-point ball game. They're going to send in Cole Torres. Oh, did they get it on? They got it on DA.
Oh, wow.
Oh no. So they're going to check in Torres to play the 4 here. This is the smallest lineup I think Bryan's probably got that's going to play together tonight.
I mean, what's your tallest guy out there right now?
Yeah.
Is that Cole?
Yeah, definitely Cole. Reinhardt actually doesn't give up. They give up 89.7 a game. Williams gets the friendly roll. So not as many as what's been given up here tonight, but definitely.
That's a healthy number in a 40-minute game.
Yeah, it is. Derek Brown going to check back in for Lowe. Another 1-point advantage for the Lions. They have not relinquished this lead since early in the first half. Reinhardt started out with the lead. I don't think they've given it away since it was 17-15. Johnson with the ball. Now go in. There you go. Make them make the decision. There you go. Morrow up the floor, being guarded by Brown. We will get a half-court possession in this game for fans of the old school. Morrow uses the screen. Morrow set it. Moore crosses over in the lane. Gale's running around off the handoff. It's kind of a modified zoom look. They swing it one more to Morrow. Morrow inside to Drake. Drake rejected at the rim by Williams, but we'll get a late foul call.
Man, that was
a incredibly late foul call.
That was a heck of a contest, I'll say, by number 3, T. Williams.
Student section clapping with him.
Because Drake was
looking to collect a body there.
He had some airspace, and that got taken away quickly.
A huge call at this point in the ball game. I mean, absolutely massive. Drake knocks down the first. Yeah, that could not be come at a better time for Bryan, and maybe at a worse time for Reinhardt.
Cal Drake with 15 points, 9 rebounds.
Yeah.
Played a lot of good minutes tonight for a depleted Bryan squad.
Oh, they're back at now. Bryan's in a buzz look. They've switched up the look on Reinhardt. They've gone to the buzz defense. Brazen James, the corner 3, not able to find its mark. It doesn't get called. I thought it went off the top of the backboard. Moore with the ball. Moore's going to just try to out-dribble the whole team. He'll get it to Gales. Gales in the paint, swings to Johnson.
Good decision
by
Ian.
Definitely calming it down was the right move there. Don't want to take a forced 3, something that could lead to a turnover. Resets it more, top of the key.
Minute 30
standing
left.
on the Christ above all logo. Regal Moore drives the lane. Dalen Gales, it was going up no matter what. That one's short. Moore runs in. It's out of bounds. Reinhardt ball.
Trey almost came away with that. Looked like it was clearly out on him.
Now Lowe going to check back in. This definitely a shooting move. He's going to get, I think he's going to get Derek Brown out. I don't know. I really liked Brown tonight. I really liked what he's brought, especially with 1:20 left. You can afford kind of the methodical 2 game that Brown is known for if you need to go to it. They'll sub back in Torres on the defensive end.
Yeah,
see, even there, I would have liked to have had him in.
Brown and Jones seems like they can just get you a bucket whenever you need one.
Nate Jones looking for the 3-pointer. Gale's applying pressure. Can't find his mark so far. Torres now. They'll go inside to Williams. It's been effective all second half. Morrow commits the foul.
Yeah.
Williams, they caught Morrow with his hand in the cookie jar. They've been catching him all night.
Yeah, he stayed down but just couldn't resist.
Yep.
Getting that hand into Williams there.
Just couldn't figure it out. Now Williams with a chance to tie it, the first tie of the ball game since about the 15-minute mark in the first half is good. They'll run back in Brown and Drake for their respective sides.
We've got a new ball game.
And the timeout comes from Coach Don Rakowski. Bryan has been in the driver's seat all game. Reinhardt now threatening to take over. 1:03 on the clock. Dad and I are going to take our last break of the ball game. Oh, excuse me, the timeout came from Reinhardt. It's their last of the ball game. Reinhardt is out of timeouts. We'll be right back here on Bryan Lions Live. And welcome back to Summers Gymnasium, the home of the Bryan College Lions. 111-111 in what is sure to break total scoring records. The Lions are 5 points short from breaking, that we know of, their scoring record. There is definitely not a person in here that is uninterested in the ending of this ball game. And look at this. They pulled it back. 1 minute left in the game. They sink back into the half-court man. They've turned it on. They're going to force Bryan to get into the zoom look. They swing it to Cal Drake. He doesn't want it. Moore now with the ball. The screen from Morrow. Redell Moore going to force the issue. It's poked away by Brown. Brown ahead. Up Williams. Williams all alone. He got fouled. The and one. Gales fouled him. A disastrous turn of events for Bryan. And the hero for Reinhardt tonight has been T. Williams. He stayed the course. He took a technical in the first half. He's not been happy with the officiating, but every time they've needed a bucket, every time that they've needed something on the inside, they've gone to him, and he's delivered.
Yeah, and that last Bryan possession, they end up taking the ball right at Derek Brown, which has not paid a lot of dividends tonight. He has been huge for this Reinhardt team, who now stand at the line threatening to take a 3-point lead with 39.8 seconds left.
The biggest free throw of the night is good. 2 timeouts left for Bryan. They won't call one. 114-111. They'll take it now. A nice timeout there by Coach Don Rakowski. Definitely needed. You got to reset after something like that. It's the worst turn of events possible. It's a full timeout. If I'm Bryan, I just come out with something new. You got to go. They're ready for this handoff, this modified zoom that they're going to. It's not fooling them right now. This handoff straight from the point guard.
Yeah, because your off guard is just chasing the ball.
Yeah.
If it gets in Dalen's hands, he's probably going to be double teamed. As hot of a start in first half as Ian Johnson have, you'd like to think you could see some action maybe away from the ball to get him a look.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping Josh Muncie is drawing up here as he's sitting in the middle. I'm hoping they're running an off-ball play here to kind of get the backside involved. I mean, as Johnson has been a lot more quiet this half, maybe they kind of forgot about him.
Yeah.
That's what you'd like to hope here. I know he's well known just about everywhere around here, but you'd like to think that maybe you can catch Reinhardt on this backside slipping an off-ball screen, some sort of action, but you don't need the 3. That's the biggest thing. You got 35 seconds. You are going to have to foul, I would think, no matter what, but you can take a 2 here, and Reinhardt, they do have some shaky free throw shooters out there. They've been pretty good at the line tonight. You'd like to think if the ball goes to Williams that you can get that involved. I don't think the clock started on time. And now the play for Bryan is given away. I saw the vision.
Not to Bryan's advantage there.
And you can't burn your last time out. You got to keep it in your pocket here, I would think. And for the Lions, just a horrible turn of events.
And normally you say, well, why wouldn't you put that ball in the hand of your point guard? I mean, Bryan isn't a team that runs stuff traditionally through their point guard. We mentioned point center Josh Baher out tonight with an injury. And this would definitely be a place where, he would at least initiate the offense.
Right.
Like he's done all year.
Morrow with the ball. It looks like they're going to go with the same look. Morrow now to Cal Drake. Drake pump fakes. He'll swing it to Trey Morrow. Excuse me, that's Moore that swung it to Morrow. Picks up the ball, something you can't have happen. Dalen Gales gets it back. He'll take the three-pointer, and he's fouled. You saw it coming. The only question was, are they going to blow the whistle? Reinhardt can't believe it, but credit to Coach Martin right here. I've not seen this guy complain one time. Every time that something, excuse me, this is Justin Newton, sorry. Every time that he has been tasked with something that is probably for other coaches just a freak out, he's the first guy standing there clapping, encouraging his guys, telling them to let it go. Credit to him, man. And on that one especially, another game-defining call, he didn't waver. Gales misses the second, so now Bryan in an interesting spot.
Yeah, that was Dalen's first miss from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah,
he was 7 of 8.
Oh, boy. 114, 112. Gales trying to bring it within one. He does. Reinhardt with the ball, trying to get it into one of their shooters. Looks like they'll go to Brazen James, and, yeah, Gales will knock him over. But not a bad turn of events there for Bryan.
Not much time ran off the clock.
Yep. Got one timeout still in your pocket. You definitely want to get this ball across half court and call that timeout. That's what you're looking for here.
Yeah, Reinhardt's been an excellent free throw shooting team tonight. They're shooting 93%, 26 of 28 right now. And James has had a field day from the line in the second half.
The free throw is good.
He's now 9 of 9 from the free throw line.
Now you're thinking, you get the ball in here, you sprint across half court. If you're Reinhardt, I wouldn't take the pressure off for a second here. I mean, I would keep it on, especially in this scenario. Maybe force Bryan to take a quick shot. I mean, that's probably best case scenario based on the second half. James's second free throw is good.
Big buckets by James.
They'll go to Moore. Just get the ball across half court. Looks like you got it. They're not going to call the timeout. Morrow loses the handle. Call timeout. Somebody's got to call timeout. There it is. 7 seconds left on the clock. Bryan is dodging bullets. They're just the shots are flying in, and they've turned into Keanu Reeves. That's the only explanation.
Well, and I mean, you see Bryan, you know, we talked all night about shooting the lights out and layup lines and setting gym records, and they've gotten a little tight here down the stretch. I mean, they're Reinhardt, to their credit's doing a good job of keeping the ball out of Bryan's leading scorer's hands down the stretch. They've been able to stay in front of the Bryan ball handlers the last several possessions and force some fluky missed shots and loose balls. And like I said, if Reinhardt hangs on to win this one, the analytics community should study this one for years to come.
Man, they should. Bryan with a chance to tie it. 116-113. It'll be Morrow on the inbound, standing at the elbow. It's Gales and Torres. Ian on the block. Moore in the corner. See which one of these wings that they go to. They'll be face guarded by Pearson. And now they're not even going to get a chance to get the ball off. Gales picks up the offensive foul on Pearson. Excellent job there done from the young man. I mean, if you're Coach Newton, that you may show that clip 5 times in film. I mean, that was it.
Well, you teach defenders to bump the cutter, and in a game that hasn't had much defense, you force the refs to call that one, and at worst, you know, you're sending Bryan to the line to shoot 2 down by 3 with 7 seconds left.
Torres will get his work study hours in. 7 seconds left on the clock. No time off the scoreboard. Reinhardt in the double bonus. Bryan in the double bonus.
It's all hands on deck here at Bryan College. You learn valuable life skills here.
Torres now going to run back in from Chores and try to deny the ball here. They're denying Nate Jones with fury. Jones didn't get open. They go up top to Williams. Hey, I'll be honest. That's who you want with the ball here if you're Bryan. I think he's missed 2 already.
Yeah, he's only 8 of 10.
Yeah.
In fact, he's missed both. Count them 2.
Yep, Reinhardt's misses at the line.
The only misses they've had all game.
That's what I'm saying. That's where you want the ball then. No timeouts for Bryan. 6.2 on the scoreboard. Williams going to be shooting the double bonus. You've got to pray. You got to pray for 2 misses here, as it'll be Lawrence. He's going to check back in, or he'll check in for Morrow. I think Morrow has 5 fouls, I believe was the call there.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, Moten coming in now. Morrow does have 5 fouls. So DA and Morrow, no-goes. They sub out Regal Moore, and now Andrew Lawrence checks into the ball game for him. Definitely a shooting option. Hasn't taken a shot since about 15 minutes in the first half of this game. Hopefully he stays warm. And Williams misses the first. Can they get another mini miracle?
Hold on.
Here.
No timeouts left.
116-113.
Ball will be live regardless.
Torres and Moten have to do their best to box out here. You would think Reinhardt will go for it. The release. The bucket. Moten running it in. They'll get it to Andrew Lawrence. They got to go. 4 seconds to Johnson. Johnson, top of the key. No good. Gales the putback is in. Reinhardt University takes a thriller. 117-115. And I'm out of breath. Well, I'm out of things to say about this game.
And rightly so. I mean, we said 4 minutes into the second half, Bryan was running away and increased their lead from 9 to 18.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it came through in the YouTube broadcast, but I mean there were long stretches where the only way Reinhardt could have played less defense is if they would have gone and stood on the sideline,
right,
while Bryan took their layup. For them to endure and persevere to come away with 117-115 victory tonight. Credit to Reinhardt. I mean, this was a must-win for them as much as it was for Bryan.
No doubt. We'll step away 15 seconds for the prayer. We'll wrap up here, Dad. It was a thriller. It was a lot of fun. In the end, the Eagles came out with the dub. Bryan drops to 12-6 in the conference on the year.
Yeah. And they had dropped to tied for third, but going into the night they were still a game and a half out from U-Pike for that top spot, which this time last week they owned.
Yeah.
A
crazy turn of events, a flip from what they've been seeing this season. Credit to Reinhardt. I mean, they never once wavered.
No.
They stayed the course, and to be honest, they made some pretty good adjustments down the stretch.
Well, probably making traditional coaches' heads spin watching some of it. But we talked about there was no finger pointing, there was no getting down, there was no. I mean, they just stayed the course, and credit to Bryan. Now, it's going to be hollow words, coming off a loss and being up that far. But I mean, they were without, their second leading scorer, most versatile player, best rebounder, top assist guy, in Josh Baher, and probably broke the gym home scoring record.
They tied it.
With tied it.
Yeah.
tied it without him. So you know, you can build on this.
Yeah, this is not an end-all be-all for the season. They've got CIU Saturday and finishing up at Johnson on Wednesday. But that'll be it, Dad. Thanks for coming up. I really appreciate it.
Great time.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a time. For myself, Drew Rogers, Tim Rogers, Chase Green, Camille Hawley, Jeremy Deal, and all the coaches that go into making Bryan Athletics what it is, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Good night.